Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are on day three of is this day three or day four? Day three. Yeah. Day three of our challenge. And today I have an exciting lesson plan. And for those of you that do not know me, I am Dr. Toya Hodges. I will be your guide today through this mental fitness and mental toughness challenge. So, today, I want to talk about something to give you an idea of the importance of mental fitness. So, I always like to use me as an example because I'm the only person that understands me the way that I understand me. And in addition to that, it also gives me the ability to let you see a different perspective on something that you may be going through. And you're so stuck in your way, and the only way you could see it, that sometimes I bring in a new perspective and a new light. And, I don't always want to tell every story about my clients. So, one of the things that I have recently, well, it's been about a year and a half, has really started focusing on my health. Just like a lot of people, I was so busy focused in other areas, and my physical health, I wasn't really sticking and doing all that I needed to do. So last year, I started the journey and I did it my own way. I'm like, let me just ease into this slow, because my goal was to get healthy. Wasn't to lose a certain amount of weight. It was just to get healthy. I was getting older. I realized my health bank over there was in bankruptcy, and I still feel like I have many, many more years of life to live. And if I'm operating in bankruptcy right now and I don't start putting money over there, then it's going to look real bad for me in the future. So I was like, let's start investing. Let's just start out slow. Let's not be overzealous. And let's not try to go from one to running 10 miles a day in a week. Like, let's just be realistic. So what I started doing was, a lot of the work that I teach is like developing SMART goals. So I just started breaking down, like, what can I do one day at a time for 30 days? Like, that is always my thing. And I teach, start with happiness. Do one thing that makes you happy every day for 30 days and see what happens. Because this is why. Because when you can see it, then you can believe it's possible. And there are certain things that even I can't see about my life because I haven't gotten there yet. But what I can see is the progress that I've made in that situation. So, one of the things that I feel like has been an issue that I've suffered with for a very long time is just being on a schedule. Because to me, and the way I feel that my mind operated with my ADHD, and the way I just wanted freedom, I wanted to be able to do whatever I want. I want to be able to just do whatever I want and not have to make any harsh decisions, make a choice. I just want to be able to do. And to me, having a schedule felt like I was in a prison, because I'm like, my mind just flows. I need to flow where my mind goes. And so this year, I started a new challenge to take my health to the next level. I did 50 pounds on my own for a whole year, and I came off of all my medication, and that was my first goal. My first goal was to come off of all my prescription medications. I did that. Okay. So this is after 7 years of being physically sick. So came off all my medication. I'm like, okay, so this year I'm like, let's take it up a notch. And in this program, I started seeing where me not being on a schedule was stopping my progress. It was hindering me. It was stopping me. So I'm like, okay, so I'm having to fight this, like, Okay, well, we don't want to be tied down. Yeah, but us not having something scheduled is tying us up. Like we're staying busy all day and then we're never getting things accomplished and then we're getting frustrated. And then tomorrow, the things that we didn't get done today, we're going to have to do tomorrow. And it just keeps compiling. And so I recognize that not necessarily, this is what I didn't necessarily recognize it in my whole life, but I could recognize it in this program because, you know, you got workouts, you got to eat a certain way, which I love. You got to do certain things and it's an all day thing. And it was just like, if I wasn't doing that, then I would get behind and then I'm having to sit there for 4 hours to try to catch up from all this. And it was just becoming overwhelming. And but my will, remember we talked that a couple of days ago, like, what's your why? My why, it was too big for me to walk away. It was just like, no, we have to finish this. Like, no, we're going to do this every day. We made this commitment. We're going to push through to see what it looks like on the other side. You're already seeing progress. Let's go. So I was like, okay, well, let's figure out what we have to do. So I started getting a schedule. The first week, yeah, it was about 80%. This past week, it was 90%. Next week, I've already started preparing for next week. So I already know next week's going to be 100%. But let me tell you what I've realized in me doing this for this fitness program. I realized that when I put myself on a schedule within my life, that was flowing a lot easier. So I started incorporating that in my work schedule. Like, okay, this time to this time, we're doing this. This time to this time, we're doing this. This time to this time, we're doing this. And what I realized is the more I stayed on schedule, the more free time I started getting. Because I'm sitting there like, well, I should be doing something. And I'm looking at my to-do list. Everything's done. My house is clean. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? And then it occurred to me, this is what having a schedule and staying consistent looks like. All the free time that you thought you were giving up by not actually sticking to a schedule because you thought your mind didn't work that way, all that time that you were wasting trying to always catch up because you weren't on a schedule and you were free flowing and jumping from here to there. Look what happens now. You have all this extra time to now go do whatever you want. All that volunteer work you want to do, well, you want to go teach? Guess what? You found a domestic violence shelter, something you grew up in. So now you get to go volunteer and teach people that were in a position that you were in. Isn't that what you want to do? And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, it's that simple. It's just a different perspective. I in never in a million years thought that me being on a schedule would have given me more free time. And I know that sounds crazy, but not to an ADHD person. That does not sound crazy. And I'm just like, wow. So what I started doing is in my work schedule is if I catch myself veering off, I'll bring myself right back. And I'm like, no, I have my alarm set for every time it's 10 till the next hour. My alarm goes off, so I give myself 10 minutes to let my mind race and do whatever my mind feels like it wants to do. And then I bring it back in on a task. And we knock that task out. And once we knock that task out, then I get 2 more minutes. And it's been amazing. I am seeing a different level of growth in my life. Like I'm getting healthier. I have more free time. I have everything that I've been asking for. It has been here the whole time, except I was fighting it. That's what I was doing. I was fighting myself. I was fighting my bad habits. I was fighting the procrastination. I was fighting being put on a schedule because in all of that, I felt like if I do this, then I'm losing control. Well, I never had control, is what I'm seeing now. Like now I'm looking back like, girl, I don't know how you made it here, boo. I don't know. I don't know how you got here. But I applaud you, but we can't do that no more. That's not this over here is so much calmer. We don't have that anxiety anymore. We don't have that depression anymore. We don't have none of that chaos anymore. And that felt so uncomfortable because my entire life I grew up in chaotic situations, and that's all I knew. If it wasn't chaos, that was a foreign thought to me. And now that there's peace and calm, I'm like, wow, I could get used to this. It's like, this is amazing. I'm looking younger. There's no way I'm going to be 50 in 2 months. Are you kidding me? I look good. But what I realized is this: all the addictions that we all have every day, that could be drugs, alcohol, shopping, procrastination, eating, social media, video games, sex, like there's so many things that you can be addicted to. Everything in excess is an addiction, period. But what I realized was food, wine, water, social media, all of those things survive without us. We don't have to consume those things. Meaning, yes, we have to eat. Yes, we have to have water, certain things like that. But if we have a glass of wine occasionally, that's okay. But here's the thing. What's happening is the true issue, the true addiction is running and escaping. That's the true addiction, because you use all of these substance and things and whatever else as your excuse to help allow you to escape your life. And when we look at what it is that we're running from and we address that and we let go and just embrace it, talk to it, get a guide. Like that's what my whole existence is to help people, is to guide you through the things that you need to face, because it's not as scary if you got guidance, if you got support. But only you can go through that journey. I never tell anyone I can sell you the solution that worked for me, because what worked for me may not work for you. And it shouldn't have to, because we're two different people. I am the only person that has ever experienced what I've experienced in my life. Are there people that are similar, that have come through similar circumstances? Absolutely. But their perception and how it made them feel is completely different than me. So I can't tell you how to heal, but I can guide you and teach you techniques to help you push through and figure it out on your own. That's what I can do. And I have people that help me do the same, because we all get stuck. It's natural. But if you're ready for a change, the only person that can make that change is you. So stop being addicted to disease. Stop being addicted to running If we fix our running problem, I promise you, it fixes all the other problems. Fixing that running issue and that escaping, the whatever it is that you're trying to escape from, you're not escaping it until you stand it and face it and beat it. That's it. So this was so not the lesson that I was supposed to be teaching you today. But that's okay. This is how I roll. We will get it. You will get the knowledge. But apparently this was just a little more important. And I see all you beautiful souls tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.